everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. And joining us for another week of Dan Day is Eagle Dan FF, the newest member of the Front Yard fam, and your favorite Fun Friday guest. We've got at the right Tim Wright joining us as well. But guys, finishing this puzzle, this six-man sexy grid up on the screen right here is our special guest for today. He's on Twitter at Dynasty Humble Senior, and he is a content creator and analyst over at the Fantasy Authority. What is up, Jesse? Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, what's good, guys? Thanks for having me. It is a good-looking group. I will admit that. Good-looking group up here.
Good amounts of scruff across the board.
Great looking. Yeah.
Damn it.
I'm doing my best with the stuff. I'm trying, guys. This is the best I can do.
I recently churned up, so sorry, guys.
At least you're trying. JL's just slacking over there.
Yep.
JL all baby faced. I think we're missing some comments in there, but Craig coming in saying it is okay. Second place is still great. There we go. That's the one I'm missing. Got to learn to be humble, Maria. Scott Fish was first today. Throwing in the humble. And Josh says, I guess life is all about lessons. Maria and Scott Fish are always first. That is true. Maria said, I wish I could like that comment. We're just good like that. What's up, J-Wall? Welcome in. Glad to have you here.
What's
and
up?
Anthony said, best daytime show in fantasy, in my humble opinion. Anthony,
I'll take it.
Anthony, I got a bone to pick with you.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Me and you have gotten pretty close, Anthony.
Anthony,
me and you have gotten pretty close. You've been in here every day for a couple months now, and I get a notification on Twitter today. I get a notification on Twitter today. Anthony Leone followed you. What the hell, man? I thought we were tight. And you're just going to throw that at me and JL like that? You've been following Josh for all these months?
He doesn't care. He hasn't been following me.
Hanging every day.
He just made a Twitter.
I figured that's what it was.
Daniel Turner said 15. I wonder who that is.
Weird guy.
I don't know who that is. Yeah,
I don't know who this Daniel Turner with an Eagles player as their icon is. But
saying
we have
Dan?
someone Eagle Dan.
Dan is short for Daniel?
No, that's wrong.
It's Danathy.
Danathy.
Kevin, you're saying bird up. What's up,
Bird
Kevin?
up.
Scott, first yet
first.
again.
Every
That's
single
incredible.
day.
And we got Dave Toronto, one of our resident Canadians, back in. Said Tim is here. I'm ready to laugh. He's hilarious. And Anthony said, when you start saying Leone correctly, I said Leone.
Leone.
You said
And
it wrong.
Husker saying, "What's up, y'all? What's up, Husker? Welcome in."
Husker.
Scott said he doesn't follow me, Simon. You are big time. Yeah, Scott. I'll try to make that connection
keep
for
working.
you. Just
Working,
DM me on Twitter and I'll intro you guys.
Be yourself and show up consistently, and one day you'll get a following like
Okay, guys. Today we are playing brackets. So we've got two brackets for you today. The first one is third-year wide receiver breakouts. We know all about the stereotype that it can take 3 years for a receiver to break out. We've seen it happen a lot sooner recently, but that stereotype still exists. So we're going to be looking at these third-year receivers who have never finished in the top 20. So these are guys outside of the top 20 in every year of their career, and we're going to be trying to pick the guy that we think is most likely to make that jump into wide receiver one territory this year. There's some good names. There's some bad names. We'll talk about them all. But even the bad names can be something. Devontae Parker, I mean, that was 5 years, but he did it, right? So you never know. Our second bracket today is going to be Leonardo DiCaprio movies, as suggested by our guest Jesse himself. And man, does Leo have some bangers we're going to be talking about today. There's some really good movies on that list.
Someone's going to be upset by that. I know that already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anthony said, no, I actually don't use Twitter frequently, but I'm trying to be more active on there. Then he said, I was going to follow Scott until he put me in the Nickelback satellite division.
Shots fired.
Still
Shots
funny.
fired.
It's still funny today.
It's Scott said fair. That makes sense. Anthony, did you ever consider maybe that's why you got put in the Nickelback satellite division?
We're following Scott.
You weren't following Scott, so he threw you in there.
And also, sup, Nick?
Sup, Nick, from JL. I don't get
Just
a
for
sub
me.
today.
For me.
I
I'll
know.
still say sup to him. Doesn't bother me.
Okay, guys.
In this bracket.
Here is our first bracket for today. Like I said, it is potential third-year breakout candidates. None of these guys have finished within the top 20. And just so you know, the seeding was done by draft order. So whoever was drafted first that year is the 1 seed. Whoever was drafted last is the 8th seed, in that order, to take some like objectivity out of it. Or subjectivity, sorry. Leave the objectivity in there. I
Take
always
the
mix those words
objectivity
up.
out of it.
We want this to be entirely
We don't need it
subjective.
here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
That's why
Tim's here. And then Nick said, Dan Turner, exclamation point. And he said, Josh and Simon, my guys, what's up?
Yeah,
Guys, before we start this bracket, though, I just want to remind everyone, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us, and you can make sure you never miss another one of these again. And all of our old streams will be on there. You can go back and watch us through our other brackets episodes, some fantasy quiplash, whatever your desires. We got it on the Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel. It's there for you. Even a couple mock draft reviews, and maybe another one coming your way tomorrow. That's when it's going to be released.
And we might need some audience help in this bracket because we have 6 people, and if we tie, we're going to need to come to you guys, the audience. Let's go.
Yeah, it's all right.
We do have
Scott's
6
come in
people.
and fix it anyway. So
Yeah, he'll fix our brackets. Okay, guys, I say let's go ahead and get started because we got 6 people and we've got 2 brackets to get through. Jesse, we are going to start with you. The first 2 players that are facing off against each other are Marquise Hollywood Brown and Darius Slayton. Which one of these guys do you think is more likely to be a third-year breakout?
I have to go with Hollywood here. He had a 25% target share, which I like. And he had a lot of air yards. So, like, he had almost 500 air yards left on the field. So that means that, he got a little bit of room for growth. Now, they did add Bateman. So, like, that kind of hampers him a little bit. But it seems like they want to go to more passing volume. So I think I like Hollywood over Slayton, with them adding Galladay and everything. So, yeah, I'll take Hollywood here. Jesse
says Hollywood. Josh, where are you going on this one?
I absolutely agree. I think there is going to be more passing volume with the Baltimore Ravens this year. And I'm just not a big Darius Slayton fan. I know there's, Rashad Bateman was added to the Ravens and Kenny Galladay was added to the Giants. I'm a little bit more nervous about Kenny Galladay on the Giants and the other weapons the Giants have, including Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard. They just got guys. Evan Ingram, they just got guys. And Daniel Jones runs the football, as well as Lamar Jackson. I think Marquise Brown's going to get a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns this year. I'm going Marquise Brown.
2 votes for Marquise Brown. John Luke?
Pile it on. I don't really believe Slayton's going to be able to be relevant this year. Daniel Jones is just, I don't think he's that type of quarterback that's going to be able to support multiple fantasy relevant wide receivers. They just drafted Tony in the first round, and they still have Sterling Shepard. He's still there. They also acquired Kenny Galladay. That's a lot of people there. I don't think Daniel Jones could have supported maybe half of those guys. So I'm going to go Marquise, even though he's still on the Ravens.
Maybe Daniel Jones is the winner here, huh? Yeah.
Maybe Daniel
He's got
Jones
so many
winner,
weapons around here.
Big dub.
Tim, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, I'll just keep the train rolling. I'll save my points for the next round. No point in doing it now.
Okay, we got 4 votes for Marquise. Dan?
No thanks.
Yeah, Kenny Galladay is going to dominate the target share in New York. It's Marquise.
5. And you know what? This hurts my feelings because I actually liked Darius Slayton. I was excited for him, but given their situations, it's Marquise Hollywood Brown. 6-0 with the sweep. Also, Anthony wants to know, I just want to know how Hollywood is a 1 seed. He was the first wide receiver drafted out of these 8 receivers, so he is the 1 seed on this bracket. And that's how we see it.
You'll also notice N'Keal Harry is a 2 seed. You might be a little bit upset about that too.
Yep. Scott says, why isn't there an option for no thanks?
Yeah, neither should be an option.
And Dave said Hollywood, but gross. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. But Josh, we're going to come to you first on this next one. We've got Paris Campbell versus Mecole Hardman. Where are you going here?
So I think Mecole Hardman has all the upside in the world, but I actually think it requires an injury to Tyreek Hill for him to really come into his own and experience that upside with Patrick Mahomes and become fully implemented into that offense. Paris Campbell, on the other hand, I think he is a sleeper right now. He could just explode if Carson Wentz can figure it out. The Colts offense, I trust their offensive line. I trust their coaching. I think that Paris Campbell could have a really good year this year. I'm going to keep Paris Campbell here.
1 vote for Paris Campbell. John Luke, where are you going here? Also, we got JFuse2 in here. Sorry, saying sup, boys. Big crew today. It's a big, beautiful crew. BB. I'm gonna stop. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah.
Big bar.
I was gonna do the abbreviation, but then halfway through I realized that means something entirely different.
Smart man.
It's a PG-13 show, boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Off to a good start.
Okay. JL, keep going.
All right. I initially thought I was going to go Paris Campbell here. I'm excited for him. I have him in many dynasty leagues with Carson Wentz there. I'm hoping that he can be relevant in his third year, come into the wide receiver, become the wide receiver that we all hope he is. But I'm going to take Mecole Hardman here. I really actually like him. He's attached to Patrick Mahomes. He's in that powerful offense. Sammy Watkins is gone. I think he could be pretty relevant this year.
Okay, one vote for Mecole Hardman. Timothy Wright, where are you going on this one?
It's kind of hard to judge how both of these people are going to jump. I mean, they're both talented. Mecole's got that crazy speed. It's going to be a stupid offense to watch where Mahomes literally has 3 targets that he's going to hit for a buttload of yards, and he's going to be one of them. He's going to be one of that 3-pronged trident. I'll give it to him. I like Paris, but I need to see it first, right? So with Wentz, I'll go Mecole.
Another vote for Mecole. The audience wants Campbell. Dave Toronto said Campbell, but neither again. Jay Wall said Paris Campbell all day.
Either.
Anthony said, read my article from March, winky face. Campbell all day. And then Kev said, big, beautiful crew. We are a big,
smart enough to
crew.
stop yourself, not smart enough to not start in the first place.
100%. Dan, where is your vote going on this one?
I'm going to go with Hardman as well. I just don't trust Wentz at all after what he did last year. I know, he's going back with his old offensive coordinator and a new system, and offensive line's better and everything. I just think it's a mental thing for him, and I just don't trust him to support all those weapons that he has in Indy. And Mecole has the better quarterback in my opinion, so I'm going to go with Hardman. Okay,
another vote for Mecole Hardman. He's got a 3-1 lead. But I'm not going to finish it here. There's the potential for a tie still because as far as like a full breakout goes, like I'm talking like wide receiver 1, I think Paris Campbell has the better shot at that. Like if you're just odds who has the better fantasy season next year, I might put that on Mecole Hardman. But for that third year actual breakout, I could see Paris Campbell being more likely to take that jump on that team. It's a little bit more open for him to potentially be the wide receiver 1. So I'm going to go Paris Campbell. So that is now 2-3. Jesse, it is up to you whether it's going to go to the chat. If you vote Paris Campbell, it's a tie, goes to the chat. If you vote Mecole Hardman, he wins this round. What's it going to be?
I'm in the chat, boys. We're going to the chat because I'm taking Campbell.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't love Campbell. I ain't like him coming out, but he's got a quicker path to the number 1. In my opinion, T.Y. Hilton's a little old. They got Pittman. I just think he has the shot at being, number 1 over there over Hardman because it's just an injury to Hill and Kelsey ain't going nowhere. So I'll take Campbell there just on the simple fact that I think he has a better chance at getting to that number 1 status.
Completely agree.
That's
and
what
Anthony
like
said,
to hear.
yes, power to the people. It's coming
people.
down to the people. And guys, those of you who
Which
voted,
it sounds like pretty easily.
yeah, it's Paris Campbell wins in the chat. We got 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
4-1.
Yeah, we've got 1. Mahomes is the tiebreaker, so Husker said Hardman, but then we got another Campbell. It is 4-1. Campbell advances.
I was sitting nervous there.
Audience vote. Up next,
Now this one.
We have an interesting one. John Luke. It is Deebo Samuel versus Andy Isabella. I say interesting not because I think it's going to be close, just because there's an interesting name on here. Who are you voting for?
It's got to be Andy Isabella, right, guys?
No? Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's all about the chaos, right?
Yeah, it's all about the chaos. I got my Tim energy going on.
Even I can't vote for that, man.
Give me Deebo Samuel. I don't really feel like I need to justify this, but I can if anybody wants me to.
That's all right. You're good.
What's up, Jesse? Welcome back.
Oh, so am I?
Hopefully we got it all situated now.
There you go. Anthony said, Jesse, you just earned yourself a follow. Tim, you've got the next vote. We've got 1 vote for Deebo Samuel over Andy Isabella. Where are you going, Tim?
Even though Debo's a Gamecock, he's so talented. I'm excited for that offense with that new quarterback coming in. It's Debo all day.
2 votes for Debo. Dan?
Rondell Moore exists. Debo.
Rondell Moore exists.
Rondell Moore does exist, doesn't he?
Even if he didn't exist, give me Debo.
And Husker came in here saying the same exact thing. Andy won't get snaps with Rondell Moore. I completely agree. Andy was an exciting prospect to get excited for just because he's so fast, but it's Debo Samuel, without a doubt. Jesse, where are you going on this one? Debo or Andy Isabella?
I got some beautiful Debo stats, but I'm gonna save them for the next round because it's a clean sweep. I mean, it's Debo, hands down. So yeah,
like
Debo.
that.
There we go. And Joshua, are you making it 6-0?
I love that you said that. Yeah, this is a clean sweep. Debo beating out Andy Isabella every time.
He sweeps in the first round. Jeez.
Debo's a ringer, man. I could see him going all the way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Tim, you've got the first vote on this one. Deontay Johnson, the 7th seed, versus N'Keal Harry, the 2 seed. Which of these players is more likely to have a third-year breakout?
Man, this one sucks. It's Sir Drops a Lot versus Sir. Is he actually even on the team anymore? Goodness me, oh my! I was super hyped for N'Keal Harry when he went to the Patriots, and then he just disappeared, gone. I'm still gonna say N'Keal because I hate the Steelers. So I hate the Patriots too, but that hatred runs real deep for the Steelers. So
wow, great Tim energy.
Dan, are you going N'Keal Harry or Deontay Johnson?
I think with Patriots signing with Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar this offseason, it's a lot of competition with Jacoby Myers are still there, and the tight ends they sign. I think it's too much for Harry to overcome. So I'm going Johnson.
We got 1 vote for Deontay Johnson. Also, I wanted to address a comment from Dave. He said you could argue Debo already broke out. Deontay already broke out too. My criteria for this was have never finished inside the top 20 for wide receivers, and we're looking for those guys to break into the top 12. So these are guys who have never been in the top 20 and have a shot at breaking into the top 12 this year as a third-year breakout. I get what you're saying, though, Dave. He said drops don't matter, and I'm going to agree with him a bit there. I think Deontay Johnson, just based on he's going to be a target machine this year. N'Keal Harry, I don't even know if he's going to get a target this year.
The Patriots roster, you mean? Like
Deontay Johnson could get 150 and N'Keal Harry could get 3. And that's like within the realm of possibilities. So it's Deontay Johnson.
It's totally fair, but I hate the Steelers, man. I just hate them.
So much. You too? You too? Yeah. Tim, why did I say Jay?
Jesse, who are you voting for here? Deontay Johnson or N'Keal Harry?
I'm gonna take Johnson, but I do want to say something about Harry. I think his name dynasty buy. He might be a good buy low opportunity because I don't know if it's gonna work out for him at New England, but his second team it might be better for him. So I'm gonna take Johnson, but I just do think Harry still has a little bit of talent to him. So I would be interested in buying a little bit of shares if because he's on the cheap. So.
There you go, Jesse. Voting Deontay Johnson, but giving some hope for the N'Keal Harry fans out there. Josh, what about you? Where are you going? Deontay Johnson or N'Keal Harry?
I agree with Jesse completely. I'm going Deontay Johnson. That's an easy answer here. But N'Keal Harry has a lot of talent, and if he can figure it out somewhere outside of the Patriots, I think he is a good dynasty buy because he's so cheap right now. People, I think, do want to get him off their roster, and you could get him for maybe a 3rd-round pick or something like that. So why not? Take a shot. I would do so. With the 3rd round? Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even give up a 3rd round for him.
Me either.
Really? A
Really?
3rd-round pick? What do you play? Well, I'm not talking about Superflex
free agency.
Superflex is even more so. I wouldn't do it in
I'm not talking about Superflex leagues.
I wouldn't do it in one
even
either.
one QB, I would not.
Nope.
All right. Fair enough.
I just don't believe
I think I would do it.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to
John
this.
Luke,
I just know
I was about to say John Luke.
leagues, and it's like the 4th receiver on the Titans in a 3rd round. So,
Jill, based on your comments, I'm assuming I can go ahead and give a vote to Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, you can. N'Keal Harry, I just don't believe that he's going to be relevant at all, ever.
Okay, no relevancy from JL. Jesse and Josh still holding on to a little bit of hope, but N'Keal Harry is out, and we're on to our semifinals matchup. Dan, you've got the first vote on this one. It is Marquise Brown versus Paris Campbell, who is more likely to have a third-year breakout next year, break into that wide receiver 1 category.
Well, I think everything I said about Paris in the first round still applies here. I just don't think that with Pittman and Hilton and the tight ends and the running backs all being involved there, I just don't think that he's going to get enough targets to break into that upper tier. So I'm going to go with Hollywood.
One vote for Hollywood. And man, this one is actually tough for me. I'm struggling a little bit on who I think is more likely to break out next year. I've been throwing water on the Ravens passing game all off season, but as you guys have known, I've also been warming up to it over the past couple of weeks that maybe there's going to be more volume next year to go around. Marquise Brown will likely still be, I don't know, he's got to beat out Bateman, but as far as which one of these guys could more likely be the one, like Jesse said earlier, 25% target share for Marquise Hollywood Brown's not a bad deal. We'll see if that stays next year, but I'll go with Hollywood. Jesse, are you going Hollywood or Paris Campbell?
You know what it is, man? I'm gonna go with the horse we don't know rather than the horse we do. We seen Hollywood with 100 targets.
There we go.
Right? I mean, he did have, like I said, some air yards that was, that he missed out on. But I'm gonna go Campbell, man. And it's really odd for me because I'm not a Campbell fan, but I just think that we don't know. He's the unknown, right? So, and he did look really good in year one. So I think I'm sorry, year two. But I think I'm just gonna go with him just to see, man. Like, I don't think I would necessarily take him over Hollywood if it was like a draft, but just for this exercise, I do think that Campbell shows a little bit more, maybe promise. I'm sure I'm in the minority though.
Man, you know what? Your first comment almost made me want to go back and change
Exactly.
that. Josh, where are you going? Also, Anthony said Paris, power to the people is what he wants. And Jay Wall said Campbell still by a mile. So the chat's agreeing with you, Jesse. Josh, where are you going?
I am a Ravens fan, so obviously I'm going to go with Paris Campbell here because I know that Marquise Brown could never be a top 12 receiver. He's not going to be a top 12 receiver this year, guys. He's just not going to be. Maybe if we're super lucky, he's like a top 24 receiver, and I think that's kind of his ceiling in my mind. Paris Campbell, on the other hand, I think he's going to get a lot of screens, a lot of quick passes. He's going to get a lot of catches, and like Jesse said, we haven't really seen it yet, and I'm excited to see it with this offense. So Paris Campbell.
It is 2-2 now. We got a tie game. John Luke, I have a feeling no matter what you vote, Tim's going to vote the opposite, so we're going to get a tie.
Shut up.
Go ahead and cast your vote, John Luke.
This is what dreams are made of.
I feel like the logic. My head's telling me it's Marquise Brown. I think he's more talented than Paris Campbell.
But what's your butt telling you?
My butt is telling me that it is Paris Campbell just for upside alone. I think that Paris Campbell has a ton of risk attached to him, and so I'm not excited about Paris Campbell. But just the poll or the bracket topic is wide receiver who can break out this year, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
third-year breakout.
I'd have to give it to Paris Campbell. Just I think his probability of it is higher because Marquise Brown is in that offense.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm taking
Anthony,
Marquise Brown over Paris Campbell in Dynasty, though.
Yeah, I agree with I feel like you're kind of in line with Jesse right there, saying like, who are you drafting first, Marquise Brown? Who's more likely to end up as a wide receiver one? Paris Campbell. And Anthony Leone is agreeing with you as well. Said, agree, there's no chance Brown is a wide receiver one. Paris, it's possible.
And when we say possible, it's like a very low percentage.
It's not possible, though.
It's not high. It's not a high.
It's not possible. It's not possible. It's
So
not.
if we're comparing the two, I'm going to take Paris.
Yeah.
Husker said, meh, Paris.
If
And Jay also said, Campbell is
Paris
a
was in
Buckeye.
the other bracket,
What was that?
Like Leo DiCaprio.
if
Leo
Paris was in the
DiCaprio?
other bracket, he loses to everybody. Oh, if he loses to Leo, hands
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Oh, every Leo movie.
Yeah, if he was in
For
the other
sure.
side of the bracket, if he was going against
Every
No
Leo
doubt.
movie.
or Deontay, yeah, I agree. But hey, we might see that.
Yeah.
Going up
Tim,
against Inception
Tim, what
or
are you doing
Titanic.
here?
Out of here.
Yeah, JL, I'm sad you voted for Paris because I wanted to, but power to the people. Send it to the chat, baby.
3-3. We're going back to the chat again, and I have a feeling it's going to be Paris yet again. We've got Paris from Anthony. Jay Wall said Campbell by a mile. Husker said Paris. And Anthony said perfect pronunciation, Simon. Nailed it. Oh, you couldn't even see me do my. There we go.
There we go.
Nailed it, Tim.
Eat the ball.
Okay. Paris Campbell advances past the number one
Wow.
seed
Yeah.
to the championship. And up next, we've got Deebo Samuel versus Deontay Johnson. And I've got the first vote here. In my mind, it's not particularly close. I think Deontay Johnson's the one on his team already. I think he's going to be an absolute target monster this year. And I honestly will be surprised if he's not this third-year wide receiver breakout. Like I'm going to be shocked if he doesn't land in the wide receiver 1 category. Something went really wrong with the Steelers if that's the case this season. Everything is lining up for him to make that jump. Debo I love, but I'm not sure how that offense is going to break down with Ayuk and Kittle, and if everyone's healthy, new rookie quarterback. So making that jump into like a wide receiver 1, I got to go Deontay Johnson here. Jesse, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Deontay. The thing that's interesting with Debo is they played 6 games together healthy, the 3 of them. Well, he played with 4 with Kittle and 5 with Ayuk. He blew Ayuk out the water. Kittle just dominated both of them. So like obviously he's not going to be the one.
Yes.
So I think it's Johnson just based on he had 144 targets last year. So I'll take Johnson, but his dynasty outlook is a little scarce because we don't know what's going to happen with Big Ben next year, the following year, whatever. So, but I'll take Johnson here for sure.
Another vote for Johnson, but not because it's a dynasty. You don't have faith in Dwayne Haskins coming in and saving the day when Big Ben retires?
Mason Rudolph.
Oh yeah, Mason Rudolph. Yeah.
Bonk.
Sure.
Josh, are you going with Debo Samuel or Deontay Johnson?
It's not like incredibly far apart, but I've discussed this previously. If we're talking about next year, the Steelers wide receiver that I would prefer to have is Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's going to have a really good year, guys. Debo, I'm a little bit more uncertain about. It's definitely Deontay Johnson here, but Debo, honorable mention to you, Debo. I just want to throw that out, but definitely going Deontay Johnson here.
We got 3 votes for Deontay Johnson, and we got Troy King in the chat. What's up, Troy? Welcome
What up,
in. He
Troy?
says, Squad. And Jay Wall says the king has arrived. He is here. Okay, John Luke, it is 3-0 so far. Joey Wright, what's up? He said, happy Friday. Welcome in, Joey. Glad to have you here. John Luke, it is your vote. Debo Samuel or Deontay Johnson?
You know, Jesse said that he's not sure how Deontay Johnson's going to do with Big Ben there without Big Ben there in a couple years. I'm actually pretty confident. I'm excited for that because we saw Deontay Johnson do well with Mason Rudolph, of all people. Like, he's not good. And Deontay Johnson was the number 1 wide receiver on that team with Mason Rudolph. I think he's fantastic. I agree with everything Jesse and Josh said. I'm taking him much higher than Debo, though. I'm worried about Debo's injuries.
Another vote for Deontay Johnson. Tim, this has been decided, but where's your vote going?
I'm going Debo because I honestly think the Steelers' offensive line is going to be a little bit Swiss cheese, and I think Najee is going to be their number 1 wide receiver next year. Like he's going to be a jump off monster, and their offense is still going to work because of it. Because Najee himself is a monster. He's a fantastic back. I think that's not an offense I really, really want to buy into, especially with all. It's just gross. All of it's gross. Their logo and just all of it's nasty. I don't like it. I'm going Debo. I like Debo.
Tim says F the Steelers. Debo's the winner. Dan, where are you going on this one? Debo or Deontay Johnson?
I'll throw Debo one so it looks closer than it actually is.
All right. He deserves it. He deserves to look close.
Tim, I like what you're saying though about Najee. I feel like that's so right. He's just gonna get
number 1 receiver.
Maybe not number 1 receiver, but he is going to get.
I'm trying to be spicy, Josh.
He's going to get so much receiving work. It's insane.
He's going to take away work. We got to take
away a buttload of work, and then you have to divide the rest of the shares between 3 receivers that are fine,
that are good.
Okay. Yeah, Deontay Johnson's good.
Yeah. Like all the I have trouble determining who I like the most for dynasty purposes. For 1 year, I'm going Deontay. For dynasty, it's up in the air for me. It really is. All those guys.
Jordan's in here, says, damn, I'm late, but I'm here. Hey, Tim, you're my favorite. Troy King voting Deontay. We had some more Deontay. Husker said Deontay. And then Jordan said, Troy, you're my favorite in the chat. Don't tell Craig. Craig, shots fired. Jesse, we're coming back to you for the first vote in the finals of this one. It is Paris Campbell versus Deontay Johnson. Who are you voting for here?
Deontay. Short and sweet, Deontay. Yeah.
1 vote for Deontay Johnson.
Deontay.
Josh, where are you going? 2 votes for Deontay Johnson.
Easy.
John
That easy.
Luke,
It's Deontay Johnson. Yep.
Tim,
I love our speed.
Paris.
1 vote for Paris. Dan,
Deontay, get Paris out of here.
and it's going to be 5-1 for Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson
Cinderella
wins
run
over
has
Paris
ended.
Camp. Yeah, the 7 seed wins. True Cinderella story in this bracket. Deontay Johnson is our wide receiver most likely to break out next year. 3rd
I
year
hope he
breakout
finishes
candidate.
13th. You fools.
You probably will.
Tim just wants to see the world burn. Guys,
Oh,
our
yeah.
next bracket, we got time for our bracket now. I'm excited for it. I'll make sure we had plenty of time to talk Leo, and we've got 16 bangers of movies up here. It's okay if you haven't seen all of them, but honestly, I've seen most of them. There's so many good ones. I have truly no idea what's going to win. I don't even know what my favorite one on here is. There's like
That 7-10 matchup is brutal.
There's one I haven't seen, and we're going to get to it pretty quick.
Oh, wow. There's a couple.
Josh, you are the first one voting on this one. Again, this is Leonardo DiCaprio movies. And just so everyone knows, you can use whatever criteria you want. You can use one criteria for one movie and then completely ignore it for another. You can be a hypocrite. You can contradict yourself. There are no rules on this bracket. Just pick your favorite movie from the matchup and defend it however you see fit. Yeah. Josh, you've got the first one, and it is Catch Me If You Can versus Revolutionary Road.
I'm going to be with you guys. The one movie I've seen on this list is Revolutionary Road. I don't know if it's any good, but Catch Me If You Can is so freaking good. You got T. Hanks, you got Leo. He's a con artist a little bit. It's such a good movie. Let's go. Oh, Christopher Walken's dead in that movie. Yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. Catch Me If You Can. Let's go.
1 vote for Catch Me If You Can. John Luke, where are you going here?
Double it up, baby. Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
2 votes for Catch Me If You Can.
Craziest part about this is it's a true story. So Catch Me If You Can. Let's go.
3 votes for Catch Me If You Can. Dan, where are you going?
Catch Me If You Can.
4 votes for Catch Me If You Can. I'm also going to vote for Catch Me If You Can. But the weird thing about Revolutionary Road is it's got a lot of the same cast from Titanic. So you're watching it, but it's not Titanic. So it's just kind of like a weird movie. It's a weird movie to watch, especially if you watch them like close to each other, because it's like the same people, just an entirely different movie. But it's Catch Me If You Can. Jesse, where are you going on this one?
Sweep it. Sweep it.
Sweep.
Sweep it.
Catch Me If You Can. Moving on. Clean sweep. Up next, we've got the 9 versus the 8 seed. And John Luke, you've got the first vote. The Revenant versus the Wolf of Wall Street. Where are you going here?
Yeah.
Terrible.
This is
terrible
really brutal. Oh my god.
Brutal. Yeah.
The
And
Revenant
JP said Wolf of Wall Street, baby, and then said, but up against the Revenant? Yeah, that's
what am I
Sucks, man. Can we switch it for something else? like Basketball Diaries? What even is that?
I've never heard of that.
Basketball Diaries, great movie, man.
Yeah, it is good.
Damn it.
It's good. It is good.
I'm with you, Tim.
Young Leo. Woo.
Yeah, young Leo.
Breakout Leo. Yeah.
Breakout Leo.
Yeah.
John Luke, where are you going here?
All right. The Revenant is a really good movie, but it is so hard to watch. Like it has no rewatchability. Like The Wolf of Wall Street, I don't think is as good of a movie from like a cinephile perspective, but you could just watch it all the time. You know, it's just like a feel good party movie. So I'm going Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street for John
That
Luke.
bear attack though.
What bear attack?
Where are you going?
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Not even
Wolf
revealing
attack.
anything.
No, Wall Street movie.
Yeah, what about that
5
wolf
years
attack?
before
Oh god, this one's The Revenant it really is a beautiful movie. Though they spent like 15 minutes just tilting the camera up towards trees, which is not a bad idea. Like it looks really good, but at a certain point, like that's so many trees. Like I get it.
we get it.
Where I've seen trees before. Wolf of Wall Street. I'm giving it the nod.
Beautiful though.
Against this movie in particular, for the scene of him crawling his way into his Lambo is the funniest thing I've ever seen. That's acting.
Yeah.
That is an Oscar-winning actor dragging himself across the ground while on ludes, trying to figure out how to get into his car. That is top tier. He should have gotten the Oscar just for that scene. So Wolf of Wall Street.
Such a good scene.
That's so
2
funny.
votes for Wolf of Wall Street. Scott Fish in here saying, I'm not a very hard worker. Sometimes I can do a bracket battle in 30 seconds, and these guys spend half an hour on the same battle. And we just work harder, Scott. It's in our blood.
Bracket bracket battle is such a better name for this game. Why didn't we think of that?
It really is.
Also, Joey's in here with a Leo fact. Says Paul Thomas Anderson's first choice for Dirk Diggler and Boogie Nights was Leo instead of Mark Wahlberg.
I don't believe it.
I only-
That
I
would have
only
been
understood,
an
like,
entirely different
Yeah.
movie. That-
I feel like that night needs Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, it does.
The movie
Yeah.
that night.
That night.
That night.
Dan, we've got 2 votes for The Wolf of Wall Street. Where are you going on this one?
I'm agreeing with JL and Tim. I think Revenant is a great movie, but I mean, like you said, there's only so much trees you can look at. And Wolf of Wall Street, they just tell Leo just be as insane as you possibly can for an entire movie and go nuts, and that's what happened.
And that's what he
So,
did.
Wall Street.
3 votes for Wolf. Guys, I'm going to go with the movie that Leo won his Oscar for. I got to go with The Revenant. Like, he's one of the best actors of our generation, and he finally won that Oscar. I remember it being like a very emotional moment, and he got it for fighting a bear. You know what I mean? Like, he's got one Oscar is what I said.
He's
He's got one Oscar, and he got it for fighting a bear. The Revenant for me. Jesse, where are you going on this one?
Listen, man, my heart says The Revenant, but my mind says The Wolf of Wall Street. Simply for Margot Robbie. I mean, we don't want to talk about it. I'll talk about it.
I wanted to save that for later.
I mean, come on now. Yeah, man. And you know what's funny about Leo is he was supposed to be Anakin Skywalker. They wanted him to be Anakin Skywalker, which is interesting.
So
I'm sorry.
Wolf of-
I'm sorry.
is that a vote for Wolf of Wall Street, Jesse?
Yeah, you can put it in. Sure.
There we go.
He
Scott
didn't
Fish
want to
says,
say it.
Simon, he didn't actually fight the bear. Not
I
just,
almost said it.
It
I
sure
almost
did
said-
feel like it.
It sure did feel like it. It was a good job, but I almost said the same thing. It's a CGI bear, Simon.
Thank you for explaining that. You know, in my 27 years, I really struggle with separating movies from reality. It's something
know.
that just boggles my mind. I get really confused about what's news and what's a movie.
Hey, that's why we're here for
so-
you, buddy.
So I appreciate you doing that. Who just voted? Jesse just voted. Josh, you've got the last vote. This one's decided, but where are you going?
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to The Revenant. I would vote Wolf of Wall Street if it determined like moving it on. But The Revenant was such a good movie. It was such a good movie. It probably, I like someone said it. It's probably a better movie than Wolf of Wall Street. I think JL said it, but I'd rather watch Wolf of Wall Street. So let's go with The Revenant. Just to make it look better.
Let's
Just no,
matchup,
make
man.
it
They
look
should have
better.
met up in the semis, for goodness sake.
Yeah. Oh.
Our next matchup, and Tim, you've got the first vote. It is Django Unchained versus Blood Island. Where are you going here?
It's Django. Him as John Candy is just it's really, really fun to watch. That scene where he smashes his hand on the table, shatters the glass. He had to get stitches on his hand. Like, he wound up doing all that stuff like in real time. It's wildly talented, fun movie across the board. Got to go with Django.
By the way, I think it's
One vote for
Calvin
Django.
Candy, not John Candy.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, John Candy. I was like, the
John
actor.
Candy's
That's the
from,
actor. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah, well,
Whole
you should
little
see
runnings.
You should see Leo's
Doesn't
John
matter.
Candy
Still
impression.
still get the void.
I like literally when you said it. I was
Yeah,
like,
these are cool runners.
I knew Candy.
We were
I knew
just talking
Candy,
about Cool Runnings.
and I
like, the
just
other day.
banked on the second part. But yeah.
Yeah, what is Blood Island? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, is that Blood Diamond?
Is that
Oh,
what
Shutter Island. Shutter Island.
I combined
Further.
Blood.
Diamond
Yeah,
and Shutter Island.
Wait, so
Yeah, I
Tim,
combined Shutter Island and Blood Diamond.
Tim, do you know Blood Diamond?
I was
Both
thinking
really
Blood
good
Diamond because
movies.
I saw Shutter Island down there. It's like, okay, that's probably Blood
Which
Diamond.
one is it
But
though?
even
Actually,
It has to be Blood Diamond.
Did you
That's
just
Blood
give a
Diamond.
review on
Yeah.
a fake movie, Tim?
No, I was thinking Blood Diamond the entire time. Like,
Okay,
I was
okay.
like, I know
It
that's
looks
not
like
what it's
Blood
called, but
Diamond.
That's fine.
Blood.
Shutter's the 11th seed down there, so like,
Thank you,
That's
Scott.
still-
I appreciate it.
Django over both.
What Blood Island is where you play Shuttered Island, but without audio, and then you play the audio for Blood Diamond behind it while you're watching it, and
It
that's
matches
called
up
a Blood.
perfectly.
It's called a Blood Island.
Yep.
So we've got one vote for Django from Tim. Dan, where are you going on this one?
I'm going Django. Like what Tim said with that scene where he cuts his hand and doesn't break character whatsoever. I mean, that deserves a lot of credit. So Django.
Man, this is a tough one for me. I feel bad that Blood Diamond got paired up against Django in the first round.
Too. So many good movies.
Blood Diamond's an incredible movie, but how do I not vote for Django here? I feel like Blood Diamond and Blood Island
We
deserve
almost
a little bit
said
more
it.
respect. I almost said it, but it's got to be Django. Jesse, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, if you put Blood Diamond against Inception, I take Blood Diamond, but Django, man, is a
You just made
absolute hitter.
JL so
Yeah,
mad.
dude, Inception,
we are
man.
gonna fight.
First time I
Django's a
watched
better
it,
movie
it
than
was-
Inception.
We are gonna fight.
Rage.
Yeah, I like Django a lot, man. I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, so I'll take Django.
There we go. 4 votes for Django. Josh, where are you going? Django or Blood Diamond?
Dude, I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan. Two of my top 3 favorite movies are Quentin Tarantino movies. Django is not one of them,
unique.
but it's a top 10 movie in my mind. Maybe top 15, something around that range. Django, let's go. I love Blood Diamond. I saw that in movie theaters when it first came out, actually. I love that movie, but it kind of like I don't know. It's kind of hard to rewatch.
Wolf
sometimes.
Unchained.
Scott
Titanic
wants to watch
Unchained.
Wolf Unchained. Yeah, next week we are doing a bracket of mixed up Leo movies. We're just going to mix
That's
up
not
the
a bad
titles
idea.
and vote for which one we want to see the most.
Which combo?
We do have to keep moving, guys. I'll be honest with you. If we're gonna get through this,
We got it. Who
Sorry,
just
I
voted?
was
John
talking
Luke.
there.
John Luke, is it Django?
No, it's Blood Diamond because you assumed.
Okay. One vote
No,
for
it's
Blood
deserve a
Diamond.
vote.
It's Django.
It does deserve a vote.
It does deserve a vote, but Jail's not giving it to him. 6 votes for Django. Up next, we've got The Great Gatsby versus Inception. And let's see, Jail had the last vote there, so that means Tim had the first. Dan, you've got the first vote on this one. Is it Great Gatsby or Inception?
It's Inception. I mean, Inception has turned pretty much into a verb at this point in our society. So it's Inception.
It's a house.
I've never been able to finish Inception, and if this was up against any other movie on this list, I would vote for the other movie. But I resent The Great Gatsby, like just down to my core. I love Leo, but it's just like, you know, the brand of person that pretends like they read a lot, and then they're like, "Oh, my favorite book's The Great Gatsby," and it's actually the only book I've ever read because I was forced to in high school. Like, it just makes
That's
me
what I
so
tell
mad.
people.
So I'll vote for Inception just because of my disdain towards The Great Gatsby. This is not me endorsing Inception, though. Jesse, where are you
Yes,
going
it is.
here?
Yeah, I'll take Inception too, man. The ending still kind of weirded me out. I don't know what if it happened, if it didn't.
Well,
but I'll
Simon's
take
never seen
Inception.
it.
It was a fun movie.
I don't know the ending. I've seen the first half.
spoiler
like 4 times. Josh, where are you going on this one?
Simon, this is me endorsing Inception and at the same time just saying I do not like The Great Gatsby at all. That movie just like gives me weird anxiety. I don't like watching that movie.
Oh,
The Great
sport.
Gatsby. Inception though is a very good movie.
There you go. 4 votes for Inception. John Luke, I know where you're voting, but let's make it official.
Yeah, you uncultured swine. How dare you talk down on Inception? It's Inception.
5 points for Inception. Points. Tim, where are you going here? Inception or The Great
Wrap up
Gatsby?
music sounder. I get it.
So I want to be clear. Inception is more a win for the movie, the story, the score, than it is a win for Leo DiCaprio. I don't think he was like his top tier version. He did exactly what he needed to do for the movie, but he wasn't as good as his Oscar performance in Django and Wolf, and like it's nothing like that. But Inception
agree.
is the better movie. And Simon, it's still a decent book. It's still fine. You don't have to be mad about it.
100%. I agree. The book is fine. I'm being an asshole. I'm
popular.
aware.
It's Inception.
I'm
Actually,
acting like JL. 6-0 for Inception.
You're nailing it.
say less.
Up next, we've got Titanic versus the Basketball Diaries. And Dan, you've got the first vote here.
I had the first vote last time. It's your turn.
Oh, I have the first vote here. Man, the Basketball Diaries is, I think, the only movie on this list I haven't seen. The Aviator as well. Those are the 2 I haven't seen. So I feel like I have to default my vote to the Titanic, even though I really don't like that movie either. Tim and I were forced to watch it freshman year because we both said we had never seen it, and it was a painful experience. I recognize that maybe it's a good movie. I just don't enjoy watching it. But it still gets my vote. It's classic. Leo's a beautiful man in it, and I've never seen the Basketball Diaries. Jesse, where are you going here? Titanic or Basketball Diaries?
Dude, Basketball Diaries is a fantastic movie. You guys definitely have to see that. I mean, he went through it all. He was young. It might have been his second or third movie. He was right after What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And, dude, it might even been before that. He was about 15, 16. Dude, it was fantastic. Really, really great movie. I'm giving it Basketball Diaries, man. I would highly recommend seeing that.
There we go. One vote for Basketball Diaries and some homework for those of us who haven't seen it. We got to go watch it. Josh, where are you going here?
I have seen both of these movies. This is a tough decision for me, but I'm gonna have to give it to the Titanic. I like the Basketball Diaries. I do think it's a good movie, but Titanic, I just think is a very, very good movie. It's not my personal style, but I do think it's a great movie. Titanic.
John Luke, where are you going here?
I'm going Titanic. I've never seen Basketball Diaries. I don't really like Titanic that much, though.
Sorry,
3
Jesse.
votes for Titanic. John Luke.
Jay. I mean, I called you Jay again, Tim. What the heck?
Tim.
Jay isn't here.
I know
Jay
he's not. It's just
dead.
like I'm just like I don't know.
He's gone.
Jesus.
I've never done this
that.
before.
Tim says, "Do I look like a Jay?"
I
What's your
killed
vote, Tim?
Yeah, right. So Simon, for all of the reasons you listed, that's why I'm going with the Basketball Diaries. I haven't seen it either, but suck it, Titanic.
Tim says, "Suck it, Titanic." Dan, are you voting for Titanic or for the Basketball Diaries here?
So, for a little fun trivia fact, Titanic was the first ever $1 billion movie. It's Titanic.
Don't care.
Titanic
I
wins
care.
4-2.
What about inflation? What about inflation and Gone with the Wind?
Inflation and Gone with the Wind.
Guys,
That
we
one
got
was in this bracket, Tim.
Wizard of Oz?
these next couple rounds. We got to rapid fire through so we can make sure we get through this bracket. Jesse, Shutter Island or The Aviator? Which one of these movies are you going with?
Shutter Island, creepy. I'll take it.
Creepy, I'll take it. Josh, where are you going? Shutter Island or The Aviator?
Shutter Island. It's creepy, and I'll take it.
There we go. John Luke.
Facts.
I
bro.
love Shutter Island. I love Shutter Island. It's a fantastic movie. There's one
Is it
moment in Shutter
creepy?
Island that isn't very good, and it's him and like the leader of the security or whatever. They're driving in a car after the storm, and it's just like the worst green screen you've ever seen in your life. Everything apart from that is excellent, but that one moment, it's not good.
That makes sense.
You're still voting for it?
Still voting for it.
Tim,
Aviator is
Shutter
good, though.
Island or The Aviator?
I'm going Aviator. It's creepy and I love it.
Creepy and I love
No,
it.
it's not.
Dan, Shutter Island or The Aviator?
I'm going Shutter Island. It's creepy and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie that I'm about to pick is creepy and I love it. I'm going to go with Shutter Island. 5-1.
All right.
It moves on.
You're
Up
going with
next.
The Aviator.
We've got the 7-10 matchup. Once Upon a Time in
This
this is
sucks.
Hollywood, but there's limited
is
characters.
horrible.
This is not Once
horrible.
Upon a Time in Holly. The word should be finished, but I ran out of characters for the bracket. And then the second seed or the 10 seed is Gangs of New York. Josh, you have the first vote.
Two of these are both of these. They're actually fantastic movies. I enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's lower in my like Quentin Tarantino list of movies, but I like that movie. I'm gonna go with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Gangs of New York is really good too, though.
One vote
Deserves
for
to
Once
move
Upon a
past
Time.
the first round.
Well, only one movie can. John Luke, where are you going here?
I don't think I've seen either of these movies. I haven't seen Once Upon a
What
Time
is
in Hollywood
wrong
yet.
with you?
Once Upon
I
a Time
didn't
in
go to the
Hollywood's pretty
movies in a
new.
long time.
It's
All
pretty
right,
new. It's pretty new.
it's new. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it. I'd wait till I can watch for free. I'm not paying money.
It was in 2019. That was 2 years ago.
And where can I watch it for free?
Everywhere.
Tell
The
me.
internet.
Legally?
Cast your
Yeah.
vote. Where are
Didn't
you
think
voting?
so. I'm voting. I'm voting for neither because you guys are making me mad. I'm voting
Okay.
for
Pass.
Quentin Tarantino.
Let's go.
Okay, so he's voting for
Quentin.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tim, where are you voting here?
Gangs of New York is the better movie, no doubt. It's
But?
so
Is there a
so
but?
goddamn good. No, there's no but.
Oh, okay. I was getting nervous the way you were phrasing that there was a but. Gangs of New York, one vote from Tim. Dan, Gangs of New York or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Daniel Day-Lewis was fantastic in Gangs of New
He
York.
was.
It's clearly the better movie. It's Gangs of New York.
I want to
Um,
choose my vote. Don't
I-
vote for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but the kicker for me here, the kind of like tiebreaker is when I'm looking at Tarantino movies, I was disappointed watching Once Upon a Time in
I
Hollywood.
was
Not
too,
because
actually.
it wasn't good. It just didn't live up to what I expected from a Tarantino film. And so I left a bad taste in my mouth, even though it's a good movie. And Gangs of New York left no bad taste in my mouth. That's an unreal movie. So good. Gangs of New York for me. Jesse, where are you going here? Is it Gangs of New York for the win or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Sending it to the chat.
This is a Leo list, but Daniel Day-Lewis, this might have been the best performance in any movie ever. Daniel Day-Lewis absolutely crushed Gangs of New York. It's Gangs of New York. I mean, it was flawless. I mean, he was flawless in that movie. I know this is about Leo, but Jesus, man, Daniel Day was a savage.
He was awesome in There Will Be Blood too.
There Will Be
Gangs
Blood
of
was
New
great
York.
too. Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. The Gangs of New York moves on. Up next, we've got our 15 seed versus our 2 seed, Romeo and Juliet versus The Departed. Jesse had the last vote there, which means John Luke, you've got the first vote on this one. Is it Romeo plus Juliet or The Departed?
It's the Betarded. It's the Departed. Oh Lord.
It's The Pedarded.
Oh Lord. It's the
Tim, are you going with The Pedarded or with Romeo and Juliet?
The answer is The Departed, but fun fact about Romeo and Juliet, that remake, they use guns instead of swords, and it's really funny.
It's so weird. It's so
It's
weird.
basically just The Departed.
It's the Betarded.
It's basically just The Departed.
It's
Dan, are you going
the same thing.
Shakespeare Departed.
Where are you going, Dan?
It's The Departed.
3 for The Departed. Yeah, I won't keep it too long. The Departed, I've probably watched the most on this list because I feel like it's as an option on every airplane. Like every airplane I'm on, The Departed's available to watch. And so I've watched it probably 10 times. Incredible movie. 3 votes for The Departed. Jesse, where are you going here? Or is that
I'll
4
take
votes for The
Departed
Departed?
too, man.
5 votes for The
That's
Departed.
fine.
John Luke, you voted first, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Josh, where are you going here?
Well, first of all, you guys are pronouncing it wrong. It's The Departed. All right.
Departed.
And it's
Dang.
one of my favorite movies of all time. It's The Departed. The Departed.
Scott said, haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood either. Just haven't been able to free up 6 hours to watch it.
It's like
and
4
Joey
Why
hours
said,
not,
long.
Scott? What are you doing? You're not doing anything.
Joey said, Jay, I'll send me your Addy and I'll send you a copy of Once Upon a Time.
Hey.
Anthony voted
your
Departed.
address?
J Fuse 2
Yeah.
voted Departed as well. And it is a clean sweep. Josh, you voted Departed, right?
Yeah, Departed.
Send it. We are on to the second round, the quarterfinals. And Tim, you've got the first vote. This is Catch Me If You Can versus The Wolf of Wall Street. Where are you voting here?
I feel like it's going to be a bunch of tough matchups from here on out, but
Yeah, it's nothing but tough matchups.
I'll give it to The Wolf. Catch Me If You Can is so good, but The Wolf is just fun to watch because it's got so many fun characters in it. Like I mean, Catch Me does too, but dang it, Wolf.
Dang it, Wolf from Tim. Dan, where are you going? Catch Me If You Can or The Wolf?
I'm going to vote Wolf just because the replayability is so much higher, I think.
You know what? I'll give a nod to Catch Me If You Can. I think maybe like it just objectively, it might be the best movie on this list. I think I would pick Wolf to watch more, but I'm gonna give a vote to Catch Me If You Can because it's such a good movie. Jesse, where are you going? Catch Me If You Can or The Wolf of Wall Street?
Wolf of Wall Street. Yes, sure.
With all the confidence in the world.
I like the spirit.
I guess.
I didn't love either one of these, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're both great.
3 votes for Wolf. Josh, where are you going?
I think these are both great movies. Catch Me If You Can, probably, like Simon says, probably better, but Wolf of Wall Street, just because it's more fun. Catch Me If You Can is a little slow.
Okay, 4 votes for Wolf, so it's going to move on. But John Luke, where is your vote going?
I don't know why you say it's slow, Josh. I thought it was fantastic.
Catch Me If You Can, it is a little slow.
Yeah, what? He's constantly switching identities.
If you've already
It's like
seen
nonstop.
watch it again. I don't know.
I did.
Every time I go to
recently.
rewatch it, it's
Slow for you?
I'm like,
It's the
I know
Christopher
what's going to
Walken
happen.
thing, I think.
man.
It's
Let's
the way he
go.
talks.
Let's go.
It's Catch Me If You Can for me.
Let's go.
2 votes for Catch Me If You Can, but The Wolf of Wall Street moves on. Up next, we've got Django Unchained versus Inception.
Oh,
Dan,
we're
you
gonna
have the
miss the
first
first
vote on this one. Where are you going here? Also, just so everyone knows, seeding from this bracket was determined based by Rotten Tomatoes scores. So it is in order of their Rotten Tomatoes score. Dan, where are you going here?
Critic or audience?
I just think Django.
Critic.
Leo had a better performance in Django than Inception, so I'm gonna go Django.
One vote for Django, and I again have never finished Inception, and I've watched Django multiple times, so it's Django for me. Django's an incredible movie. Jesse, where are you going on this one, Django or Inception?
Oh, frozen.
Jesse
Did we lose
frozen
you,
up there?
Jesse? Are you frozen?
Oh yeah,
I'll
I
chime
was
in.
frozen.
Oh, there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Django.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm talking
Django
over
from-
somebody. I apologize.
You're good.
You're
No
good.
worries, man. You're good. Josh, where are you going, Django or Inception?
It's Quentin Tarantino all day here over Christopher Nolan. JL coming at you. We've had this debate before, but Django, let's go.
I respect your opinion, but it's wrong.
Okay. fair
Okay,
enough.
Wait,
Well,
is that actually a debate? That's not a debate.
Christopher Nolan versus Nolan? I mean,
Christopher Nolan versus
Christopher
Nolan.
Nolan versus Nolan.
Nolan versus Nolan.
Who will
Showdown
win?
of the century.
Who wins?
Um,
I think Nolan's gonna win that one.
Nolan.
JL, where are you voting?
Inception.
It's Inception. I saw this movie 6 times in theaters. I don't know why,
6?
Simon, you have a hard time. 6 times in theaters.
It's a great movie.
I can't imagine how you would watch part of Inception and not finish it. It's
You
so
should
good.
budget some of that time for Gangs of New York in Hollywood.
Oh no, I'm
Right?
not watching.
Come
not
on.
watching that. I had to pay
Oh,
for
gangs
that.
of
If you watched it in the theaters, you paid for that too.
I did, but that was old me. Django
Tim,
was
where
all
you-
right, but it's a little too much.
We
So,
got one vote for Inception. Tim, where are you going?
Yeah, so fun fact about Inception, that score is one of the only YouTube videos I ever did. If anybody wants to go find it, you're going to have to dig real deep to find it. But I did do a video to that score of Inception. But I'm still going Django. Christoph Waltz in that movie is fantastic.
National
And
treasure, that guy.
Freaking, oh, absolutely. Even though he's German, whatever. Or Austrian? Doesn't
Austrian?
matter. I think he's
Yeah.
Austrian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tim had the last
You
vote. Django moves on. Suck it, JL. Inception just got like absolutely railroaded.
Oh, there goes
He
JL.
left. He said, "I'm done with this." Up next, we've got
I'm back,
Titanic versus
bitches.
Shutter Island, and I've got the first vote. I'll keep it short and sweet. Titanic sucks. I like Shutter Island. It's creepy, and I'll take it. Jesse, where are you going? Titanic or Shutter Island?
Shutter Island, creepy, and I'll take it.
2 votes for Shutter Island. Josh, are you going Shutter Island or Titanic?
I am going to go with Shutter Island here just because I prefer to watch it. Titanic is probably a better movie. Yeah, I said it. Boom.
There you go. John Luke, Shutter Island or
I've been
Titanic?
to Titanic themed parties, boys. Talk about
Hey,
fun
yeah.
time.
You ever been to a Shutter Island theme party? It's very fun.
I have it.
It's
Everybody
very
What's
wrapped
fun.
up. Straight
Sounds
jacket.
awful.
It's
Creepy, and I
fun.
like it.
It's creepy and I like
It's creepy. John Luke, where's your vote going?
I just really hate when people are like Titanic's my favorite movie because they were like forced to watch it in high school and then they that's like the only movie they've ever watched. So I'm going Shutter Island here.
Are you purposely mocking me? I just want to.
No, I would never do that to you, Simon.
Okay, cool.
Promise.
Okay, just glad we're on the same page there. Tim, are you going with Titanic or Shutter Island?
So I'm going to go with the Titanic for one scene in particular. Spoiler alert: when the ship is sinking.
The ship sinks?
What?
I didn't mean to spoil that part. Oops. Well,
Tim's
when
gonna
it's
be like-
going down, there's some guy that tries to jump off the backhand and he just like banks off the propeller and he's
Yes.
just like. Woo!
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what
Me
you're talking
too.
about.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, it shouldn't be funny, but it's so
Ding.
funny. So yeah, that's gonna get my vote.
Tim votes for Titanic for the propeller guy. Dan, where are you going on this one?
Shutter Island.
5-1. Shutter Island moves on.
The right
Suck it,
choice.
Titanic.
Oh, this is gonna
We've
be
got-
Oh no!
Ooh, the last
Well,
match
I
of
know
the
what I'm
first
going with. This
round.
is easy, actually, for me.
Jesse, you've got the first vote on this one. Is it Gangs of New York or The Departed?
I can't lie, man. I thought The Departed was a little overrated, so I'm going Gangs of New York, man. I'm big Gangs of New York fan, so I'll take them.
1 vote for Gangs of New York, none for The Departed. Josh, where are you going?
I can't blame you for picking Games in New Career, but it is The Departed. It's such a good movie. It's not. Yeah, it's awesome. Let's go.
1 vote for The Departed. John Luke.
It's The Departed, as Josh said.
Yeah, The Departed.
2 votes for The Departed. Tim.
I'm with you, Jesse. Man, Gangs of New York is freaking phenomenal. Easy
Great
for
team.
me. I love that movie.
Dan, where are
Facts,
you going
brother.
here?
It's easily Gangs of New York.
Oh no!
That's
And
right. That's
it
right.
comes down to
That's
me.
right, boys.
And you know what? I love
Make the right
Departed.
choice.
The Departed is such a great movie, but
But
it's not Gangs of New York. Gangs of New York is the better movie.
Thank you.
4-2.
Make the right choice, bro.
Guys, I just want to
We'll
look
take
at the
it.
seeding. The seeding
So
that is
dumb.
in the
Oh,
Final Four.
I
It's the
love
8
it.
seed, the 5 seed, the 11 seed, and the 10 seed that have made it to the Final
Shows you
Four.
we have terrible opinions.
JL is
All
so
of my
mad
NCAA
right now.
brackets.
Shows us that we have terrible
JL
opinions.
is so mad.
Josh, you've got the
How
first
did-
vote here. Are you going with Wolf of Wall Street or Django Unchained?
Thanks, Anthony.
Kev
Let's
said
go. I'm gonna go with Django. I'm sorry, I couldn't decide.
One
I
vote
really
for
couldn't.
Django from Josh. John Luke.
Wolf of Wall Street.
One vote for Wolf of Wall Street. Timothy.
This sucks. This sucks so bad.
Remember that he drags himself to the car, Tim. Remember that scene.
Yeah, but I use that
He
as my-
deserves an
I use-
Oscar.
I use that as my first point.
Crystal
I use it
Falls.
as my third.
Oh, think about Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill and Django. Jonah Hill
Let
and
him
Django.
think. Guys, let him think. Let him think.
He was
Give him-
in
give him-
Django.
I think Jonah Hill
Forgot
is in
about that.
Django.
He
Jonah Hill
is
is in
one of the
Django. Yeah.
He is.
He
Yeah.
was with the
But
horse
I
and
do
end.
think we all appreciate what she has done for us, but I think there could be some improvements. Django.
Another
Oh,
vote for Django Unchained. It is 2-1. Dan, where are you going here?
It has to be Django, as much as it hurts.
Let's go.
3 for
Dang
Django.
it.
And
I also wanted
if
it
you
to be a
take my-
tie.
my voting history into account, it's going to be no surprise to you that I also vote Django Unchained here. Wolf is
damn
fun,
it.
but Django's an
let's
unreal
go.
movie.
JL is so
Jesse-
upset. Let's go.
Jesse, where are you voting here? Scott said every week, more work for me to fix.
I'm
This
with
one
you,
is a
Scott.
complete
Your
tear
run has
down.
ended.
This is the absolute worst we've ever done. And I say we. I say we. Rhetorically.
Go back to the fruit
It
tiers.
looks pretty good so
bozo.
far. So
Yeah, I don't mind. it,
Jesse, where are you voting on this one?
Margot Robbie's run has ended. It's Django Unchained.
Okay, so
Five.
Wow, that was
there's
close.
I don't feel bad.
For
Okay.
Django, a complete blowout. Up next, we've got
Man.
Shutter Island on an
this
unsuspected
is easy.
run to the semifinals versus Gangs of New York. John Luke, you've got the first vote here. Where are you going?
It's Shutter Island. Never seen Gangs.
you're gonna be
One vote for
disappointed.
Shutter Island.
I'm just taking a guess. I'm taking a guess. I'm taking
Sure,
a
I mean,
guess.
it's such an easy run. Dang.
Tim, where are you going?
Oh, it's gangs. It's gangs. No doubt. No doubt. Shutter who? Oh, Shutter Diamond?
Shutter Diamond.
Shutter Diamond.
Island.
Dan, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, it's Gangs of New York. This isn't even a question.
2 votes for
Sounds a
Gangs
little
of New York.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I like Shutter Island, but it's not even in the same sentence or breath or in the same book as Gangs of New York. 3 votes for Gangs of New York. Jesse, where are you going here?
Gangs of New York. It's creepy and I like it.
That's going to be a new t-shirt for us. It's creepy and I like it.
Creepy.
For
and I
your
like it.
fantasy, it's creepy and I like it.
I'm gonna wrap it up with Gangs, guys. It's an easy choice for me too. Sorry, JL.
Don't
No,
have
we're
to say
not.
sorry.
JL.
We're not sorry.
I don't think-
Don't
No,
I
don't
don't
say
think-
sorry if you're gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
We are going to do it again.
Well, not anymore in this
Save your
bracket
breath.
because I don't think you like either of these movies left.
So, JL, of these movies, I think you only voted for one of them one time. Like, you have not voted for any others. You voted for Django once in the first round, and I think that's it. And we are on to our final round. In JL, I think you have the first vote here, if I'm not mistaken. Or did you have the first vote on the last one?
I think it's Tim. Right?
No, I
Tim?
think it's Jay. Is it Tim?
It's
I think it's
Tim. Tim, Django
No, no, I
Unchained or
did.
Gangs of
Yeah. I did the first one.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Django Unchained or Gangs of New York.
The fact that you told me that Jail has only voted correctly once with these finals, it makes me so happy. Gosh, Daniel Day-Lewis, but versus Christoph Waltz, that's like the powerhouse of the supporting cast. Even though you could argue that Daniel is the main person in Gangs. Sheesh.
False is the main person in this. You could argue.
These guys probably love that movie, Scott.
Scott said this is
probably
the
their
Giggly of brackets. I've never
This
seen
is their
that
favorite movie.
I just looked it up and saw that it had 1 star on IMDb, but
What?
I have never seen it.
I just think it
The
says
movie
something. Scott has seen Julia, not Hollywood.
I think.
Tim, where are you voting?
So my vote is going to go back to the title of this bracket. I think.
Breakout bracket of 2021.
Yeah.
Third year
I think
movie.
Leo's got a chance at breaking out as an actor sometime soon. I have to go with Django because I think his performance there was better than it was in Gangs, even though both movies fantastic.
1 vote for Django. Dan, where are you going here?
I will not let Daniel Day-Lewis die. It's Gangs.
1 vote for Gangs. It is 1-1 so far.
It's not Daniel Day-Lewis. It's Leo. It's a
I don't
Leo
care.
movie.
It's best Leo movie. We remember, Tim. There's no rules. I explicitly said at the beginning.
I know. There's no rules. I know.
And I'm also going to vote for Gangs of New York. It's the movie I like better. If I had to turn one of them on right now,
Great.
I'm turning on Gangs of New York. But
Exactly.
man, I hate not picking Django, but it just hit a wall that it can't overpass. Jesse, where are you going? Gangs of New York or Django Unchained?
Tim made a good point. It is Leo movies, but I still
Gangs is
can't
a
go
better
against
Leo
Gangs
movie
New
than
York.
Django.
It's my favorite movie, man. It's right up there with No Country for Old Men for me. So Gangs New York is
love
No
yes.
Country for
But Tim did bring up.
Literally hate that movie.
We'll do a Daniel Day-Lewis bracket.
I hate that
What?
movie. I hate that movie. It's so bad.
Oh, dude, No
It's
Country
just-
for Old Men.
JL is
is-
so intense.
It's such a bad movie.
JL, I'll drink your
Bad movie.
milkshake.
You're gonna just say it's a bad movie? That's there. Yeah, there with blood. I'm going with Django here. By the way, Django.
Okay, it is 3-2. John Luke, are you going to make it a tie and send it to the chat?
Oh, how the turntables.
How the turntables. I'm going Django. Suckers.
Hey.
Django,
3-3.
Simon, suck it.
I wouldn't expect
Check.
anything
Well,
more.
no, Gangs is going to win because
Jesse,
JL is
you
wrong.
suck it.
So-
Dan,
Okay,
you
well, so
suck it.
far, guys, we only have 1 vote in the chat thus far from Craig. He says Gangs of New York is a better Leo movie than Django. Jay Wall
guess
said
the-
Django
Oh,
for sure.
no!
Craig
It is now
hey, by the
1-1.
way.
Okay, Anthony said Gangs of New York. It is 2-1.
That's right, Leone.
Scott Fish said, I love when they go to the chat with no answer to help us out here at all whatsoever.
This is the JL is
Thanks,
wrong
Scott.
bracket.
It is 2-2. Django to
Let's
Gangs of New
go!
York. And Scott says my answer is Departed. That is not an option. So it is 2-2
What about your
to
next
1.
answer?
What's the third tiebreaker?
The third tiebreaker is it goes to the guest.
I got too
is
excited.
what we usually fall on. So it is 2-2. We'll give it 5 more seconds if anyone else wants to vote. Scott says Gangs of New York,
It's over.
and I believe that is going to be the deciding
Fish for the
vote.
win.
3-2. Scott Fish determines the winner. Gangs of New York wins over Django
go.
Unchained as the best Leonardo DiCaprio movie. And Anthony is first.
No, I
Congratulations.
think he meant Django is the first option.
Oh man, you know
Jay Wall
I'd
said,
love to see a 4-3
Scott,
win.
No. Guys, that came down to it in the finals. That was
fun.
awesome. Jesse,
That's
I
awesome.
know we kept you a little long, but I want to thank you so much for coming on today and helping us out with these brackets. That was awesome. And thank you for the Leo movie idea. That was a good one.
That was great.
Good idea.
Oh man, it was a pleasure, boys. This was so much fun. I had such a blast. I could have talked for another hour with you guys, man. 2 hours. Shit. It was so fun.
We
I had
could
such
have
a
made it
blast,
2 hours.
guys. Really. Yeah, it was so fun.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
We'll have to have you back on, man. And
Thanks
guys,
for
if
having
you
Trading
don't
makes
follow-
fantasy fun, by the way. Trading makes fantasy fun. It's got
Trading
super
does make
catchphrase.
fantasy fun. Guys,
Yeah,
if you don't
it makes
follow
it creepy.
Jesse, if you don't follow Jesse on Twitter, go ahead and do that at Dynasty Humble Senior. It's right there on the bottom of his screen as well. So make sure you do that. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us. And you can make sure you don't miss another awesome show like this. Next week, we're talking mixed up Leo movies, just fake Leo movies. So
Yeah,
so be ready for that.
Gangs of
guys-
Diamond, baby.
I think that's it for I think that's it for us today. Anything else you guys want to say?
It's not mixed up. That's just put together, Dan.
Did you say
Titanic
Titanic
works out.
Departed?
Yeah.
Titanic Departed as this
true
mixed up
story.
Leo
It's a
movie.
true story.
Yeah, I sure hope it departed.
You just watch him. Watch
Well,
him
no, I
record it.
really hope it didn't. That would be much better for all the
It's
people on
gone.
board.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Titanic at the dock.
Okay, guys.
Titanic of New York.
Titanic of New York. We are out of here. We'll be back Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Watch out for a mock draft review this weekend and join us for Mock Draft Monday on Monday. Until then, adios, everybody.
Love you guys.